Right, in this video, we're going over how to do crutch fitting for your patients. Now before we begin, I have to state that there's going to be two different sizes. This is a shorter size from 5'2" up to 5'10", and a taller size from 5'10" to 6'6". Jeff, how tall are you?
I'm about 6'1".
Alright, we're going to get rid of our shorter one. Now, once you open up your packaging for your crutches, you'll see a product order form that does need to be filled out. This will ensure that it goes to the insurance. If we don't fill this out, the hospital then will have to eat the cost of the crutches. So please make sure you're filling out your product order form. Now, Jeff said that he was 6'1", so we'll find the marker here to bring this crutch up to 6'1". You'll depress both the knobs here, let it click in to 6'1", and then we'll bring it to our patient. Keep the tip of the crutch about 6 inches outside the foot and see where it's going to line up on the patient. So, the pad for the axilla should be 2 to 3 fingers down from the top of the armpit. We're pretty snug here even at 2 fingers, so we're actually going to take this down to 6 foot. This is just a general guide. Your patients may be different sizes, different shapes, so you'll have to adapt to that measurement. As we can see here, we're at a good 2 finger width there, so that's good. The next measurement you're going to look at is the angle of the elbow. The angle of the elbow should be approximately 30 degrees. As we can see, Jeff's arm is very, very straight, but it does have a slight bend. I would actually bring this up 1. To adjust the hand, what you have is a wing nut that you'll have to loosen up. Take the washer off. Now make sure you don't lose this, so set it on the table, the counter. Please remove the pin, slide the handrest up, have the pin go all the way through. Make sure it's flush, which this is giving me trouble here. Make sure it's flush, and then attach your washer and your wing nut. Now, if you're questioning whether this is going to stay at the right height, don't take it all the way down to allow yourself a little bit more time. So bring this back in here. We can see we have a good 2 fingers to the elbow, armpit rather, and we have a nice 30-degree angle on the elbow. Now that I've adjusted this crutch properly, I'll take the other crutch to match it, and now we're ready to teach the patient how to ambulate. Now there are many different ways you can ambulate with crutches. Please check with the provider to see if they're going to either do a partial or a no weight bearing. To start with the partial weight bearing gait pattern, the affected leg, which will be Jeff's right leg, is either going to be just on the toes or maybe just on the ball of the foot. When the patient goes to ambulate, have them bring the affected leg and the crutches forward together as to not put more weight on the foot than necessary. The unaffected leg will come and meet, and you'll have this reciprocating pattern. Check to make sure that the patient is not too far forward, not too far back. A no weight bearing gait pattern, the patient will have the affected leg completely off the ground. So you will start by putting the crutches forward, and then the unaffected leg will meet them, bringing the affected leg with it. Crutches forward, affected leg, coming to meet them. And you'll reciprocate this to make sure that they're not being too far forward or too far back.